Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name's Hillary. I'm a mom to a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old, and tonight is date night. So, the video I filmed from our anniversary date, everybody seemed to love. I've gotten a lot of comments and messages about it. Somebody I know actually copied our date and went and did the exact same thing and had so much fun, which I think is hysterical and fun. So because of that, I was like, well, apparently people liked this video, so why not film another one? Because like I said in that video, me and Zach agreed to do 12 dates in 12 months this year. Which is the most dates we've probably ever been on since having kids. I can count on one hand the amount of dates we've been on before this since Sebastian was born. But tonight I'm really excited for February's date night because we are going to try a new restaurant that we haven't been to, which is in downtown Locust Grove. So excited about that. And then after that, we're going to the Casting Crowns concert. And there's a whole story with those tickets. So I will share that after we eat. About how this whole ticket synopsis played out, because it's quite a comical, kind of embarrassing story about how I got scammed. So stay tuned for that. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And yeah, let's get on with date night. Excited? Mm-hmm. Zach loves me, he just hates the camera, right? Yeah. So anyways, let's get on with date night. How was your meal?
Delicious.
Thank you. My tater tots were pretty good. The buffalo chicken dip was a little bit weird. It kind of looked like beef. It was kind of burnt. I'm not really sure. But yeah.
Beef jerky.
Yeah, it was a little bit weird. I mean, it was good. It tasted good, but it just looked weird. My eyes were not excited to eat it, and it was just not good. But Zach's burger, he said he could eat the same burger every day for a week. He said it was delicious. So now we are headed to Starbucks because it wouldn't be a date without coffee. Anyways, yeah, so we are on our way to Starbucks to grab coffee, and then after we leave there, I will tell you guys the whole ticket ordeal story and how I was scammed. Okay, so we got our coffee. I got the iced brown sugar oat milk espresso. Pretty good. Not really sure how I feel about it. It's a little bit different. But yeah. So got that. So let's tell you guys the story of these tickets.
You're dumb?
So I'm dumb. Yes, that's the whole point here. But we're gonna be nice about it and not be rude. So
I knew she got scammed when she explained the situation before it actually got scammed.
no, you did not, or you would have said, "Don't send the money." You didn't know anything. Just shut up and let me tell the story.
You told me after you sent the money.
Yeah, because I said I think I got scammed. So of course you knew, because I literally said I got scammed. So anyways, let's tell the story instead of you just babbling. I wish my phone was in here. Okay, so what happened was Zach and I saw the post that the tickets for the Casting Crown concert were on sale or whatever. It was only $5 for the tickets, and I saw this on last weekend probably, and I sent him a screenshot and said, hey, let's do February date night. He was like, okay, cool. And I was like, but let's make sure we have childcare first. And so he hadn't asked his mom yet, so we didn't buy the tickets yet. And I knew my mom wasn't going to be available because she and my grandmother were moving yesterday. So I was like, if your mom's not available, we'll just plan a different February date night. But he had to make sure. So we were waiting on a babysitter confirmation, and we finally, Zach texted me yesterday or a couple days ago in the morning and was like, Mom said you can babysit. Cool. So I get ready to buy the tickets, and I'm scrolling through Facebook, and I see that the concert is now sold out. Okay. I'm like, crap. So I send Zach a screenshot, and I'm like, well, we can't go. I'm like, this sucks. So then I'm looking at the post that the church had shared, And there's like comments underneath it that are like, have a couple tickets, can no longer go, like would love to, you know, sell my tickets. Which should have been a clue because the tickets were only $5 to begin with anyways, but whatever. Most people were just giving them away, people who couldn't go. But no, this lady was like, well, I have 2 tickets and my sister has 4. Do you just want all 6? And I was like, sure. She was like, our grandmother is in the hospital, so we can't go. And I'm like, okay, like that's fine. So I'm like, yeah, sure. Let me talk to my mom because I don't really need 4 tickets. Like I don't need 6 tickets. Let me see if somebody else wants to go. And she was like, okay. And so I like am waiting a minute, and then she's very pushy, which should have been my first clue because she was like, do you want them? How much? You can make me an offer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, like $20 since they were $5 a piece and I was getting 6. I was like, whatever, that's like, sounds fair to me. And she's like, okay, that works. So she's like, PayPal, friends and family. And I'm like, okay. Not thinking that I would get scammed over a freaking Christian concert. Should have known. But so she's like really pushy, messaging me super, super fast. And then as soon as I send the money, she's like, send me a screenshot. And I'm like, that's weird. And so I like send one. I'm like, okay, now send me a screenshot of the tickets, because she's like, email sent. And I'm like, I haven't gotten it. Like, can you send me a screenshot of the email? And the person goes MIA, stops responding. And I'm just like, at that point, like, yep, this was a scam. I was scammed. So I'm like really upset. And I'm like, wow, not only did I waste $20 when the tickets were $5, and on top of that, if I would have bought tickets, like original tickets, it would have gone to charity, because the whole concert was like, all the funds for the concert were going to Night to Shine. So I was like, well, that was going to be like part of my tithing, was that I was going to like, you know, give it back. Like I was totally on board for that. So now I'm like, well, this scammer just got $20 and like I don't have tickets, and like I was excited to donate the money. And so it was a whole thing, and I was upset. So then, of course, being dramatic and being over the top like I am, I posted on Facebook like, I was scammed. Does anybody have extra tickets? Like I still really wanted to go on date night. And got several comments, and then one really sweet lady, a girl that I graduated with, we were like best friends growing up. Her mom messaged me and said, she just sent me the tickets, and then commented on my post and was like, check your messenger. And so then of course I'm like, oh my gosh, you're so sweet, like how much do you want? She was like, nothing, enjoy date night, cherish your marriage or something. And I was just like, oh, that is so sweet. So we got tickets, which is the whole best part. But then it like kind of blew up, because then the church like saw my post, and like several people from the church messaged me, and they were like, we're so sorry you got scammed, like there'll be tickets at will call, blah blah blah. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. But I'm like, hopefully somebody else can use them, I don't need them. And then a guy that's in the band, I graduated with him, and so he messages me and he's like, hey, do you need tickets? Heard the whole story, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, I already got some, but thank you. So then of course I tell Zach, I'm like, I know that I probably like caused it by posting it on Facebook, being all dramatic, but like I hate that like everyone is messaging me now, because now I just feel awkward. But again, if I hadn't posted it, we wouldn't have gotten tickets and wouldn't have been able to go. So I mean, it kind of worked out overall, but now I definitely feel super dramatic, and yeah. But so I was scammed. What is that face?
Super dramatic.
You're so mean. Anyways, so I was scammed, but we're going to the concert, so that's all that matters. We're gonna go worship Jesus together, because he is the reason for the season. I was gonna say like for our marriage, but then that didn't work, and so then I said for the season, and you said for the season, and that was funny. Anyways, so yeah. So we are headed to the concert. Very excited. Wish I wouldn't have been scammed out of $20, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna think positively. And the positive side is that we are going to the concert. So let's go worship Jesus today together. I don't know what I was trying to say. Anyways, are you excited?
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Yep. You're a child.
God's word instead of Pinterest.
That would have went across the sanctuary. I'm pissed you didn't let me throw it during the concert. I would have done it during the most serious song.
Oh my god. So the last clip you just saw was Zach throwing a freaking paper airplane. I can't even explain to you where this came from. He made one and he literally the whole time was like, I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna throw it, I'm gonna throw it. Never threw it because hello, that's ridiculous.
Because you're a party pooper, that's why.
He's a 12-year-old. But he was like, I can't end date night without throwing it. So we're in the parking lot and he freaking throws it like a literal 12-year-old. You could tell that this was their like first
trial run.
Like, that's not the word I was gonna say. Like first show for this tour though.
Like
you could tell it was like that first night kind of stuff, and it was so funny because Mark, first of all, is hilarious and plays everything off so well. But it was so funny. There were several times where he like forgot the words, and he literally at one point was like, I really like these verses. That's why I wrote the same, variation of it like 4 different times. He said, but let's start over because I don't know which part I was on or something. And then at one point he started to sing, but like one of them didn't have their instruments ready yet. And so like there was no music. It was just him singing, and he literally turns around and he's like, well, let's try that again. All of us, like, let's everyone participate. And then he was like, at least this time it wasn't me forgetting the words. It was y'all. But there were several times where like you could tell that it was the first night, but it was so fun. It was such a good concert. They played a bunch of they played all the songs off the new album, but the new album only has 7 songs. So they also played several of the old classic songs, and that was fun to hear for sure. Kind of takes you back. He was talking about that they've been like touring for like 20 years and stuff, and it's crazy to think about. Like I literally grew up listening to those songs and stuff. So it was fun. It was a good night. Didn't stick around for meet and greets or nothing. Like gotta go home to the babies. They are still awake. We did not have Zach's mom put them to bed this time just because I've had almost possibly mastitis for the last 2 days, and so I really need to nurse Sebby to bed. And then Sebastian's easy to put to bed, but he probably is fine. Sandra was saying
Sebastian is not easy to put to bed.
He is easy to put to bed. If I'm not there, he's easy. He goes to bed 5 minutes unless it's me. He just wants me to snuggle him. But anyways, we're headed home to the babies. It was a good date night. Love you.